friend is Charles. If you all have heard Charles speak before, he's very all about health and eating and well, I mean the healthy kind of eating, sorry. Not just eating. Charles is a qualified health professional from England, like he said earlier. He trained under a New York Times best-selling doctor. New York Times doctor. Okay. And he's an expert on the psychology of eating. Yeah, that's the eating part. He coaches people on how to eat healthy and happily. He calls it the no suffering protocol. Wow. Alright, so today Charles is going to talk about eating for bad reasons. So Charles noticed that many people suffer ill health because of bad eating habits. I'm sure some of you are guilty of this, myself included. He believes that people can be taught to eat intelligently and that people need not suffer ill health. In fact, they can eat their way to good health, which is what Charles is all about. So, right now, we have a chance to live an extra 20 years in good health. Only if you listen to Charles. Listen carefully, he will tell you more. Okay. Same format as just now. 7 minutes, 5 for green, 6 for yellow, and 7 for red. Alright, let's all welcome Charles.
Okay. So why do we eat? People eat for many, many reasons. Because they're bored, because they're depressed, because they're happy, because they're unhappy, because they're lonely. So many bad reasons for eating. So stop eating forever. Let's carry on. So crazy eating will bankrupt every country in the world.
Yes.
Why? Because the cost of illness will swamp the governments unless they've got a large sovereign wealth fund. 70% of Americans are overweight because of eating. $3 trillion is the cost of the medical global health cost. And because of these huge bills, huge problems can come. So let's talk a little bit about Neil Barnard. Dr. Neil Barnard, when he was just finished school, he got a job working in the hospital. He wasn't a doctor then, but he was working as the pathology assistant. He had to carry people into the morgue, dead bodies, and so on. And when the pathologist knew that he wanted to train to be a doctor, so whenever he brought in a body to be checked, he would get him involved. So this is what happened. He was brought in this gentleman who'd had a massive heart attack and died. So the pathologist got out his pliers, cut away the ribs, lifted the ribs out, cut the other ribs, lifted those off, pulled out the heart. And he said, these tubes, these are the coronary arteries. They're the crown of the heart. And let's cut one open. He cut it open. And he said, put your finger inside, to Neil Barnard. He put his gloved finger inside, and he couldn't get his finger down the tube because it was blocked with something like chewing gum. But it was rock solid chewing gum. And the doctor said, this is what this person's been eating. It's the hardened arteries. And they cut open the one going to the brain. It had the same blockages. The liver, the kidney. I hope you're all okay with all this gory detail. And what happened was, this guy was Neil Barnard went on to train as a doctor, and he was so impressed by all this, how bad the situation was. The doctor told him, the pathologist, that sometimes he'd cut open dead people who died aged only 23, and already their tubes were blocked, which was a problem for Neil Barnard, because that year he was 23. Okay, so that's the story I wanted to share with you on that. And now we come to the tests. We're going to have some tests. Are you ready? Yes. The first test is called the dental test. Here you get your cat and you open up the mouth and you look inside, and you see they've got these giant teeth at the side to grip their prey. And then we go to, because we're finding out now what humans naturally should eat. And then you have the bunny test. you put the bunny in front of the cat. And the cat eats it. Then you have what comes next. After the bunny test, you have the toddler test, little baby. And you put the bunny in front of the baby. Does the baby grab the bunny and eat it? No, it plays with its ears. And it doesn't have, the toddler doesn't have teeth like the cat has. And finally we come to the box test. Cardboard box. Inside there are little electrical equipment. And inside they have little tiny packets with silica gel inside them to soak up the moisture. On the packet, the manufacturers have written, "Do not eat." This is because humans tend to eat everything. And human beings, every hour on this planet, they eat 1 million animals. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so there's your story of $1 million an hour. Neil Barnard in the morgue. Crazy eating will destroy our planet. A futurist recently told me that humans will be extinct by 2050. Oh, is this why? This is called a cow. And cows can be turned into beef. And this half a kilogram of beef needs 7,000 litres of water to make it. 7,000 litres of water. However, if you have, this is 7,000 litres of water for half a kilogram of beef. But burgers made from plants, Impossible Burgers and things, have 99% less impact on water supplies. It also influences a lot of other areas as well. Okay, so human extinction. The world is precious and the future is at risk if we do the wrong things with eating. The dead earth could happen if we eat the wrong things. So much of our planet is taken up with places for cows to live. And the eating is a major problem. And what we have here is the temptation of sugar. 8 times more addictive than cocaine. Chocolate cake. Have some Milo afterwards. Has this information made us feel uncomfortable? I hope so. That was the purpose. Let's look at a few people. Vanessa, a Singaporean, she lost 12 kgs eating the right food over a few months. Bemis, a friend of mine, lost 14 kilograms, he says forever. And not only his body, but his brain, he started to be more creative. Wow. Then we have Sherlyn, lost 7 kilograms. We have a doctor I know, 24 kilograms. Look at the difference. And then we have a classic example from the United States, 152 kilograms lost. She lost 2/3 of her body weight. Wow. So having shown you all that, let me ask you to learn from me how to make your health reach a new altitude. It's WhatsApp me on that. And I have, for anyone who's interested, in not eating too much. I lost the other slide I was going to show you, but I have a set of questionnaire you can do to find out how your mental, your physical, and your financial health is today. So I hope these ideas have stirred up a few thoughts amongst you and hasn't been too revolting. Thank you, everyone.
Wow. Did a quick timer's report.
7 minutes, 1 second.
Wow. Okay, so now, time for the evaluator to come forward.
Hi everyone. Hello. Hi. I chose this topic to volunteer for this because this is also near to my heart. I'm also a health teacher. Wow. And largely vegetarian. And I have heard Charles last time as well. And I really like his energy. Yes. Moment he enters to the place. And the same was also there in his presentation. He made the presentation interesting by giving the story of Neil Barnard. Yes. And the points written on this was very short, so people can easily grasp. plus the test that he said that made us interested further into the topic. And I can't think of anything negative about the presentation. And this time his phone number was also very clear. Except I felt a bit like the example that was given about, it was only like for American, they are eating that, so would also like if we are here in Asia, how you can relate to, because people here eat the other kind of food. That kind of food. Yeah.
Oh, he has quite a few pictures of those dishes as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah.
But overall, it's very nice and really energetic.